The 5 patterns that change your life and relationships forever. Day 5, the big one. This is the one healthy one. This is what we call the leveler, the leveling coping stance. Now, these are all coping stances to stress. If you've been watching the other ones, as you know. But the leveler is when you're honest, caring, you make sure the other person feels safe, and you yourself are safe to say what's honestly on your mind, right? That's when things get done. When you can go, and level with the other folks around you. Everything we've talked about. The blamer. If someone's in blame, well, if you can level with them and say, hey, you're not in trouble. I'm not going to yell at you. I care about you. I just want to solve this thing, right? Maybe I've made mistakes. Maybe you've made mistakes. That doesn't matter. All that matters is we figure it out because I care about you. I care about the situation. And let's work together like people care about one another and then grab some lunch, right? If you're talking to a placater and you realize that the person is placating, you can say, hey, look, it feels like you're not really comfortable with this situation. You're not really comfortable making this compromise. And if not, is there a way we can make it so it's more fair to everybody? Or is this something we just really need to do? What needs to happen in order for us to have the best possible outcome? Make people feel safe, make people feel heard, make people feel understood, or you can't make them feel that way, but do your best to convey your communication in such a way that they feel cared about, they feel understood, they feel like if they're making a sacrifice, you appreciate that they're making a sacrifice, right? What was the third one? That's the distractor, right? If someone is distracting, it's because they don't feel safe or they feel like they're going to be cheated. There's something in there that's making them feel like this isn't right. They don't feel good. They're worried about getting in trouble. Something's going on that they have to distract. So if you can help them find the positive intention behind the distraction, what's going on? What makes it so you can't stay on topic here? What can they do to make you feel comfortable with an outcome that's best for all of us? If you can do that, good things happen. It's leveling. Again, being honest, but doing it in a kind, tactful way. The computer, if they're being logical and really trying to win, you can say, hey, I'm not saying you're wrong. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I don't know. Let's talk about that. But please acknowledge my feelings. Recognize that I'm feeling X, right? Let's talk about that for a second, and maybe let's focus on what's a good way to around this. Or maybe they really are being logical. Maybe they're absolutely right. You just need to listen and go, you know what? They're right. I don't like it. But sometimes you have to make a decision, especially when you're talking about decisions that affect your life in a big way. You should never make an important life decision because of the feelings of the moment. And that's where recognizing your own feelings and recognizing where you can transform your feelings using techniques like, of course, neurolinguistics and hypnosis, and really get things done that need to be done. Sometimes you're dealing with a phobia and the person you're talking to cares about you, and the logic is sound, right? So you want to look at it from both ways. Is this person gaslighting you through logic? Or is he really being logical? Or she really being logical? That's one to really think about and really go inside, think about your emotions, communicate well. Again, leveling. See, leveling is the secret. Talking to each other honestly and feeling safe to be vulnerable. Do everything you can to make the person you're with feel safe to be vulnerable. And if they do the same with you and you work together and you also calm yourself, you think about what do I need to do to feel safe and vulnerable? Maybe realize that the scrutiny of another person really shouldn't affect every bit of your life. And it's okay to be vulnerable. And if you can't be vulnerable with that person, maybe the relationship should change or end. I don't know. These are things to think about. These are the things that matter most in life, really. All right. So if you want to talk about it, I really, really welcome that. You know, it's what I do. So feel free to DM me or talk about it. I'd love it if you talk about it in the comments. I want to get more people talking in the comments about this sort of thing because then we can reach more people and help more people. So have a great day, and thanks for joining me, especially if you sat through all 5 of these. I guarantee you they will make a difference in your life if you put them into action.